Parliament Monsoon Session Live Updates Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha adjourned for the day. Parliament Monsoon Session 2025 Day 1 Live Updates. The monsoon session of Parliament saw a stormy commencement on Monday as the opposition parties demanded immediate discussion on the Pahalgam terror attack, special intensive revision of voter lists in Bihar, and other issues. The government, on the other hand, is set to discuss various bills related to GST, mines, sports, and more. The central government held an all-party meeting on Sunday to ensure the smooth functioning of both houses of parliament. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju urged both the ruling and opposition sides to coordinate to ensure the same. He stated that the government is open to discussing all issues in parliament in accordance with rules and traditions, and emphasized that the government is also open to discussing important issues, such as Operation Sindoor. The meeting was attended by 51 political parties, with a total of 54 participants. Follow live updates here. Rajya Sabha was adjourned for the day, to meet again at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Rajya Sabha Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar on Monday said that he has received a letter on the impeachment of Justice Yashwant Verma. Secretary General will take necessary steps in this direction, he told the House. AAP's Rajya Sabha MP Raghav Chadha on Monday raised the issue of making it a legal right of the citizens to get their annual health checkup. Lok Sabha was adjourned for the day on the first day of the monsoon session of the parliament. The chair urged the opposition to let the House function. However, as the parties refused to do so, the House was adjourned until 11 a.m. tomorrow. The chair urged the opposition to let the House function as a bill regarding Goa was to be tabled. Lok Sabha resumed at 4 p.m. after adjournments earlier in the day due to opposition ruckus. BJP MP Pim Singh on Monday demanded Bharat Ratna for Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw for his contribution to the nation. The Rajya Sabha passed the bills of lading Bill 2025 on Monday. BJP MP Kangana Ranat on Monday slammed the opposition over ruckus in the parliament. The opposition is not maintaining the dignity of the House, and the money that is spent to run parliament is being wasted. In every session, they create chaos because they don't want parliament to function, she said. The discussion on Operation Sindoor is likely to take place in the Lok Sabha next week, with centre showing readiness to respond to every question related to the military exercise. Rajya Sabha Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar said that a thriving democracy can't sustain constant acrimony, urging the members of the House to maintain decorum for the smooth functioning of the Rajya Sabha. The proceedings of the Lok Sabha were adjourned till 4 p.m. amid ruckus by the opposition, demanding a discussion on the Pahalgam attack. Civil Aviation Ram Mohan Naidu said that the claim is not true, as subject experts are part of the investigation team for the Air India plane crash. Engineering team, pilots and international aviation observers are also part of the probe team. Some reports in this regard are completely baseless. In response to the ruckus in Parliament, BJP MP Jagdambika Pal said, "Why does the opposition want to create ruckus in Parliament when the government has said that it is ready to give answers to any issues raised by the opposition?" Today too, the PM has appealed that the House must run. Creating a ruckus in the House has become a habit for Congress. The opposition questioned the government on the compensation being provided to medical students who died in the Air India plane crash in Ahmedabad. In response, Civil Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Naidu said there is no distinction being made between victims whether passengers or others, and that equal compensation and support are being extended to the families of all those who lost their lives, including those outside the aircraft. Union Minister for Civil Aviation Ram Mohan Naidu assured the members of the Rajya Sabha that AAIB is probing the incident of the Air India plane crash transparently. He added that constructive answers related to the case would only come out once the final report is released. Union Minister for Civil Aviation Ram Mohan Naidu slammed the Western media for their narrative on the Air India plane crash incident. He added that the centre stands by truth and urged the opposition members to reach any conclusion only when the final AAIB report is released. The Lok Sabha proceedings have been adjourned till 2 p.m. amid ruckus by the opposition members. Amid ruckus in the Lok Sabha over the opposition's demand for a discussion on Operation Sindoor instead of question hour, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said that the government is ready to take up any discussion on related to Pahalgam attack. Union Civil Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Naidu addressed the Rajya Sabha on the issue of the runway of Patna Airport amid ruckus by the opposition, demanding discussion on Air India plane crash. In Rajya Sabha, Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge sought a discussion on the details of Operation Sindoor, saying that the opposition doesn't intend to politicize the issue. In response, BJP's JP Nadda asserted that the government is ready with all answers. The proceedings of the Lok Sabha was adjourned till noon amid an uproar by the opposition MPs, demanding debate on Pahalgam attack ahead of the question hour. The Lok Sabha witnessed a massive ruckus as proceedings began with question hour exercise, with opposition demanding debate and discussion on Operation Sindoor. The Lok Sabha MPs paid their tributes to the victims of the Air India plane crash in Ahmedabad, which claimed lives of over 260 people. The proceedings of the Rajya Sabha have begun, with the opening remarks from Chairman Jagdeep Dhankhar. The monsoon session of Parliament began on Monday with Prime Minister Narendra Modi present in the Lok Sabha as the House convened for the first time since Operation Sindoor. Prime Minister Narendra Modi urged members of Parliament to uphold the spirit of national unity in the House. He acknowledged political differences and noted the need for collective alignment when it comes to the nation's interests. Prime Minister Narendra Modi praised the all-party delegation for leading a successful campaign to expose Pakistan's role in terrorism on the global stage and commended the members of parliament and political parties who contributed to the effort in a spirit of national unity. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that before 2014, India was ranked 10th in the global economy, and today, the country is rapidly progressing toward becoming the world's third largest economy. Addressing the media, PM Modi said the country has long been affected by various forms of violence, including terrorism and Naxalism. However, today, the influence of Naxalism is shrinking rapidly. With a firm resolve to eradicate Naxalism from its roots, our security forces are swiftly advancing toward success. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that in Operation Sindoor, the Indian military achieved all its objectives, neutralizing terrorist hideouts within 22 minutes by striking deep into their territories. Ahead of the first sitting of the monsoon session of the Parliament, PM Modi said, "When I say that the monsoon session is a session of national pride and celebration of victory, I say it because, above all, the hoisting of the Indian tricolour on the International Space Station is a moment of immense pride for every citizen of the country." Congress MP Pramod Tiwari said the party wants the Prime Minister to attend the House before his foreign visit and participate in a discussion on the Pahalgam attack, Operation Sindoor, and the ceasefire. The Congress has announced it will press for the restoration of full statehood to Jammu and Kashmir during the monsoon session of Parliament starting July 21. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scheduled to address the media ahead of the start of the first day of the monsoon session of Parliament. Congress MP B. Meenaksam to go removed an adjournment motion notice to discuss the serious national security and foreign policy failure in the backdrop of the Pahalgam terror attack and Operation Sindoor. Non-Congress MPs will meet at 10:15 a.m. in the party's Parliament office to discuss the day's agenda in both houses. Congress MP Randeep Surjewala on Monday gave a suspension of business notice under Rule 267 in the Rajya Sabha to discuss the Pahalgam terror attack and Operation Sindoor. Rule 267 allows members to move for the suspension of rules to discuss urgent matters. After the all-party meeting held on Sunday, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju assured the opposition of a constructive discussion on the issues raised by them, including the Pahalgam terror attack, U.S. President Donald Trump's controversial claims of brokering a ceasefire between India and Pakistan, and Bihar's electoral roll revision exercise just ahead of state elections. Latest blogs